TMS first in the morning with entertainment as always. Let's talk about something that people can't seem to stop talking about online. Neutrogena is responding to a boycott following the death of Hayden Panettiere. All right, we were talking about this before we started the show. As we know, Hayden Panettiere unfortunately passed away at the age of 36 on Sunday, a clip of her talking on the Jay Sette podcast about her deal with Neutrogena coming to an end after, back in 2015, she spoke publicly about going through postpartum depression. She was with Neutrogena for 10 years. She was a face for them. She goes on a live show to talk about a very sensitive, serious topic. And this is back in 2015. And there's still so much stigma. There's still so much stigma surrounding postpartum depression. She was open about it. She was saying people suffer in silence. Very shortly after that appearance, she claims on this podcast that due to a moral clause, she was let go from Neutrogena. Why this is becoming a big deal now is because when she opened up about this on the Jay Sette podcast back in May, and Jay Sette has 18 million followers, there was a backlash for Neutrogena. People were upset about this, but since her passing, as we know, clips tend to go viral. More people look into the past of people we've lost who are public, and now the backlash is severe. People are boycotting Neutrogena so much so that Neutrogena has had to come out and say, listen, we are proud to have partnered with her and understand that we made her feel unsupported during a very difficult time. This is not what Neutrogena stands for or who we want to be.
Wow.
It's pretty, if you just look at all the comments, people are making videos about this. People are very upset.
And we were talking before the show just how different are the time in which we live now to 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
That when she first let that known and they had this morality clause and that lost her the contract, today that would be, if not celebrated, well, or at the very least accepted, because you're part of a community, we are sharing, and the more we share, the more we heal. And it would, you would probably get a contract now for being so open and honest.
You make a really good point, because I remember, especially during COVID, people were coming out and talking about mental health, and it was celebrated, and people were praising, especially public figures, for setting the tone for a lot of other people who are struggling in silence. And so I agree with you. When you think 10 years ago, it doesn't feel like a long time, but it really is.
And you can keep doing that. 20 years ago, look how different times are and what you can and can't talk about. Okay, we talked about this when it first made an appearance on, was it the Chanel runway?
Yeah, it happened in the spring.
Well, now we always talk on the show here about going from runway to real life.
Yeah.
And we never thought these shoes were ever going to make it into real life.
Yes.
Well, they did.
We are talking about the Chanel. There's so many ways to reference these shoes, but you're seeing Margaret Qualley right there. She's wearing the viral Chanel barefoot shoes. And the headline,
I don't see shoes.
Okay, they're on the heel. They're like heel shoes, but her toes and oh no, we got the close up. Oh no. This is, first of all, I'm just going to say this right now. I hate feet. Feet gross me out. So I'm going to try to be professional about this. Listen, she's ambassador for Chanel. The title of the movie is called The Dog Stars. And the headlines I saw last night were Margaret Qualley let her dogs out on the red carpet, and I gagged in my mouth. So listen, she's an ambassador for Chanel. She's head to toe in Chanel. And, it's a post-apocalyptic style kind of movie, new Ridley Scott film with Jacob Elordi. As you can see, there's dirt and rocks. And so maybe she thought,
sure. I mean,
her feet.
It'll get people talking. We're talking about now. But is it a shoe when it's only a half shoe? When it covers only your heel?
No.
Yeah,
it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, speaking of shoes, Julia Stiles.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. So Julia Stiles is going to appear on the new season of Dancing with the Stars, which is exciting.
We're not really talking about shoes, okay?
Well, we are.
I mean, getting her dancing shoes on.
Yeah,
she's gonna get dancing.
She was in Say the Last Dance.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big name for her. She also did 10 Things I Hate About You. And we haven't really seen her in a little bit in anything kind of that everyone's talking about. And so, yeah, she's appearing in a new season of Dancing with the Stars. She's a big fan. As people know, in that movie, Save the Last Dance, she was trying to get into Juilliard. Apparently her dance audition from that film has become iconic. Some people have criticized her dancing over the years as an actress in that movie. So listen, if this is her comeback to prove people she can dance,
all right.
for it.
Okay, let's see. We'll watch.